Oh,
And good evening. Hello, everybody, once again. Welcome to the playoffs of the Division 2 bracket. Very exciting. Of course, this is going to be the AsiaFortress Cup Season 10. Once again, we have been following the AsiaFortress Cup, albeit not Division 2. We have mainly been following Division 3. But tonight we are going to have a Div 2 matchup between for LFT Overwatch going up against Wine and Cheese. And I am joined today by a very special guest. Hello, CabbageofLove.
hi guys.
Right, hello. So, as of course some of you may have noticed, Cabbage of Love is of course from MJM. So, Cabbage of Love has been taking part in AFC 10 within the Div 3 bracket, playing for MGM. So, nice to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here as well.
So, apart from your own inside your own division, all those matches, have you been following the other divisions like Div 2?
Yeah, I'm pretty good friends with the LFT Overwatch people, so I could probably say a few
Nice.
things about that. Well,
Awesome.
individually, I guess.
Very cool. So, for the side of LFT Overwatch, who do you think we are going to have to look out for?
Well, actually, MJM we were squirming LFT Overwatch yesterday, and their big players were Red Devilman, Kaze, and I'm not sure what Hurlblaze is playing, but he's one of the soldiers, and he did really good.
Ah, right. So I don't have. I honestly, hands down, have not been following Div 2 because I've been busy with Div 3. But tonight's going to be interesting. Tonight we are going to see LFT Overwatch, of course, going up against the Wine and Cheese. So those are the two teams that are going to take their very first match of the playoff weeks. They will be playing against each other for 3 maps, of which they have chosen CP Gully Wash, followed by Koth Product, and the tiebreaker map I believe is going to be CP Process. So of course,
You,
yeah.
uh, maybe I should type it instead. I'm gonna ask you a question later.
No problem. Yep. So that is going to
Ask you a
be.
question.
Yeah, sure. Right, so that is going to be the map pool for tonight. Those 3 maps, of course, the tiebreaker map is going to be CP Process. Right, so they are most of the players, well, if not or almost all of the players, are already in the server, so we can just hop in and watch them, start killing each other.
Alex, maybe we should ask Red Team.
Sorry?
I think maybe we could ask Red Team to change.
You kind of breaking up.
Oh shit, sorry. Red Team, maybe you could ask them to change their name. That it's easier to
Ah,
recognize.
right. Yes. Gonna be picking up a lot of my keyboard tapping, so I apologize for that in advance. Most of the people who come and watch the cast have pretty much been used to it already, so. Right, so we're just waiting on a couple of players to ready up, and then we can start the match proper. But in the meantime, I guess we could go through their rosters. I do believe they are already on the classes that they are planning to play. So of course we will be seeing Herblaze as well as Toilet Paper. Those are going to be our two soldiers for the side of looking at Team Overwatch. Kuma and Red Spy, they are going to be our scouts, followed by Ghostly as the medic and Paper Toilet as Demo Man.
Starting.
Yep, so it does look like we are going to be live. I'm going to be following for the side of WnC, We Are X. I'm going to follow that Demo Man for his rollout. Guess we can go through the roster really quick. Whatever and Dissolute are going to be the scouts for the side of WnC. We got a little emoticon face as the medic for the side of WnC as well. Demo Man, of course, is going to be We Are X, and the two soldiers are going to be Dream and Nay. So those are the rosters for both teams. So we are just going to follow We Are X for his rollout, of course. Contrary to what we have been seeing in Div 3, he reaches mid relatively quickly as well. He is going to toss out his sticky straight away down onto the medic. Ghostly eating quite a lot of damage right there, bringing his health down to 70 odd. He is going to get the health back to re-heal his health back.
Yeah, who lost their Demo Man?
Yep, so they do lose 2 players for the side of Ultimate Team Overwatch. They are going to be backing out, make that 3 players, Red Spy being the next one to bite the dust, whereas for the mid-fight, WnC only lose their soldier Nay. So the middle point, of course, is going to go into the hands of WnC relatively easily, with the Ultimate Team Overwatch players backing out all the way to last already. Both teams, of course, still do have that Ubercharge on hand. Ghostly going to get his up really quickly, compared to the emoticon face, currently at 95%. So Ubers are going to be relatively equal.
So I think Blue should try to defend this, because they're even.
Yep, so blue team, of course, they are going to try the contest at this point. Kuma being the first one to bite the dust, though. Dissolute follows shortly after. So that is going to be 2 scouts down, 1 for each team. Both teams, of course, holding on to that Uber charge. Red Spy going down as well, so that is going to be a little bit of trouble coming out for the side of looking for Team Overwatch. But they do pop their Uber while the
Red Demo Man goes down.
Oh, so that is going to leave the medic for the side of WnC all alone. He does manage to survive, though. Dissolute doing a very good job of taking down multiple people. Doing a very good job taking down quite a few players for the side of LFT Overwatch. Ghostly, of course, being one of the most valuable picks for the side of WnC. But they do lose quite a lot of players as well, so they are going to back out all the way.
Huge there. Gets 3 kills.
Absolutely massive bomb coming out from Dream. Quite a shame I didn't catch that on the camera. Very, very sad about that. But yeah, very good job coming out from WnC so far. They do take down multiple people. And it does look like they are going to be able to capture this next point right here. All they have to do is push into last. The only people up are going to be Ghostly, of course, together with his soldier. Well, he's not alive anymore. He's not going to be with us for this last fight.
Well, the Ubers are relatively even, so I think we should hold on.
Yep, so Ubers are of course going to be a little bit in the slight advantage for the side of WnC. He's going to try to build his charge up as soon as possible, tossing out arrows at his teammates, getting them up in the healthy range. Of course, we are going to see one of the scouts, whip out his little damage weapon to damage himself to get that charge up as soon as possible. Kuma has off class 2 sniper for the side of Looking Team Overwatch. Of course, what he wants to do is get that lovely pick down onto the medic, who has that full charge on hand as we speak. It does look like they intend to push in together with the Demo Man. He is going to toss out his stickies already onto the sniper. Uber is going to pop right here. The Demo Man, of course, sadly bites the dust almost immediately. Dream trying to jump in to get some work done. And there goes the Uber for the side of Looking Team Overwatch, and the back cap goes down though. Dissolute coming out of nowhere, just standing onto the point for his team, is going to capture it for his team. So of course the first round is going to go into the hands of WnC.
Yeah, Blue shouldn't have really lost that. They got the Red Demo Man, by the way. Pretty fortunate that they lost that.
Yeah, they did quite a good job of defending the point. You know, took down quite a few people, but just Dissolute coming out of nowhere, standing on the point, and the Solly coming in from behind. Combi at 9 health.
This time Reds lost the Demo Man really early.
Ooh.
They have an advantage.
Yeah, look at the team. They are going to be dropping a lot of players. The scout is going to be low and taking down Red Spy. Kuma currently at 73. They are going to back out. They only have 3 players up at the moment, and midpoint goes to WnC once again.
Once again, Ghosty doesn't go down, so I think it would be quite advisable for the
Yeah, so Ghostly doing a good job of staying alive for sure, and of course maintaining that lovely Uber charge. They do have Uber charge as well. It does look like they intend to push into. Demo Man is going to toss out his sticky, spots the Solly. Uber is going to be popped right here, gets forced by the Solly for the side of WnC. There we go, Ubers are going to be traded. WnC decide to come in extremely aggressively. They are going to back out though. That point is going to be theirs, and they will look at the Team Overwatch. People are going to try to get all the way back to defend, but the Sully with
Oh,
the
lots of
attempted back
cap time there.
Oh, extremely
That's gonna put a lot of
dangerous.
pressure on to have someone standing on the point.
That's right, so Nay, very good job for getting that additional pressure coming in from that back cap going on. Paper Toilet trying to go toe-to-toe with the Scout, gets a couple of pipes out, but no damage done. Of course, the Ubers are going to be relatively equal at the moment. Ghosty, of course, doing a good job of staying alive despite that Uber push coming in from WnC. Kuma is going to be our sniper once again. They are going to try to defend the last point once again.
He goes down, but he gets treated.
So they are going to be one solely down, but of course it doesn't look like WnC intend to push in without any Uber charge at the moment. They will have the charge up relatively quickly compared to, there we go, they do already have it, but it is going to be equal.
And here Kuma's on sniper, so let's see if he can make it.
Yeah, he is going to be watching the river, making sure nobody comes in from there. Does not look like they intend to push in anytime soon, though. They do know that both teams do have that Uber on hand, so they are going to be a little bit passive, a little bit defensive as well. Kuma, of course, trying to get the shot down onto Demoman, but doesn't really get that shot to connect. He does get that shot down, though. Absolutely.
But there's no one there
shot.
to follow up.
Yeah, so
there's a spy for Red.
Oh.
He drops the medic.
That is going to be the Uber gone, so the spy doing an absolutely good job. Dissolute. Absolutely lovely there. They are going to use this.
He kills me pocket as well, and that's...
Yep, so that is going to be the opening for the team to push in. They don't have any medic, don't have any charge. Dream can't capture the point alone for his team. There we go. Lovely rockets. The Ubersaw coming out from the medic though, taking out Kuma with that lovely Ubersaw. That is going to be
I think
another
that
round.
was all bound to the spy.
Definitely. So the spy, I believe, was Dissolute.
Chinka.
Right. So absolutely lovely backstabs coming up from him. Definitely destroying the side of LFT Overwatch. Once again, mid-fight is going to be underway.
The blue demo's very low there. He's going to have to take fast.
Oh, he is going to be all the way back at choke. Gets an arrow from his team, from his medic, and is going to return back to the front lines, tossing out the stickies. Spots the medic right there, tries to get some damage down. The medic, of course, standing in right near the choke, getting ready to run away anytime. And the Scout Dissolute going to get buffed up, but it doesn't matter. He bites the dust. So lots of damage going down from... coming out from looking for Team Overwatch. Does look like they finally get their footing down. They are going to finally capture the midpoint this time around. A little bit switch up, you know, in round 3 where they cap the midpoint instead. So they are going to push forward all the way to the next point. The Solly with a bomb coming down straight onto the medic, but gets denied by Paper Toilet.
Milked that so well. That was really well played.
Absolutely lovely save. And the medic, of course, keeping his finger off that right click. The Solly trying to get some damage down onto Demoman. Gets him down all the way to 17 health. And of course, he does get taken down in the end. So, definitely lovely attempts coming out from the soldiers of WnC, attempting to get rid of the medic and try to cause as much damage as possible. But of course, both teams do still have the Uber charge on hand. Our dear Emoticon medic does still have that charge as well. Backed up all the way to last and manages to survive. May trying to get some opening, jumping all the way into balcony. Spots the Scout right there, trying to go toe to toe. Tosses out rocket, but not tossing out any damage in the end. So Kuma currently still a sniper, making his way to the front lines. Medic, Demo, and Solly hanging up in Riverside with the rest of the players, of course, hanging about. Dream coming out though, Nay taking down Combi, so that is going to be one Solly down. They do have a slight number advantage. It does look like they intend to move out to gain some ground. Dream takes down Red by... Yep, so Dream doing a very good job trying to jump the sniper this time around. It's also some rocket takes him down to 57.
That would be a combo for LFT Overwatch. It's gonna sandwich between Dream and the people.
Yep, there we go. The Demoman gets singled out by Dream once again. Tosses out lovely rocket after rocket. Tries to get the damage down. Does so successfully. That is going to be 3 players down with Rizpy spawning in right now. The Uber is going to be popped though for the side of looking for Team Overwatch.
Those could have popped this Uber early to save his 2 teammates though.
Yeah, so a little bit of a shame right there. Dissolute doing an absolute good job though, chasing down people, trying to take down, push them all the way back out. So Uber, of course, is going to be popped for the side of WnC. They do lose 3 players though. Combi coming in extremely aggressively onto the medic and finally takes him down.
LFT Overwatch somehow winning that fight. Did you think that was...
So Combi making his way all the way behind the players for the side of WnC, of course, are going to be spawning.
There's a soldier behind the combo.
Yeah, so
Overwatch, but he gets
Combi slowly inching his way onto the point. They do lose Ghosty though. He is going to stand on the point right now. Nobody is at the last point to capture it. The Scout is going to try to come in to defend it for his team. Combi with the back cap for his team.
He landed some good rockets on the Scout team.
very lovely rockets coming out from Combi, doing an absolute good job capturing the point for his team. Lovely play coming out from Combi with everyone pushed out all the way to the front. The scout tried to come back to defend, but it's just not enough. Absolutely lovely shots coming out.
Alright, also, the weird face medic for red is Alloy. That's easier to...
Right, yes. So emoticon medic is going to be known as Alloy from now on to prevent any confusion. So Alloy is going to be the medic for the side of WnC. Of course, we are going to see Kuma and Ritz being the first one to bite the dust.
Yeah,
Combi,
they lost both their scouts right away.
my goodness. Combi, Ghosty goes down as well. Holy crap. The everyone from the side of WnC are extremely aggressive. Dissolute gonna chase Herblaze all the way back towards Riverside. Midpoint is gonna go into the hands of WnC very, very easily, and they are gonna push forward all the way. We already see the Demo Man going up into River. Dream and his medic are gonna capture the point together. So that is gonna be 0 charge for the side of look at the team Overwatch. They are gonna run a sniper once again. Kuma right here is gonna be our sniper. Let's see if he can get any picks at all for his team.
And honestly, if Blues are trying to be build right now again.
Oh, there we go. Uber is going to be popped for the side of the WnC. Dream spots the Devil Man in secret, finishes him off before he could do anything at all. They are going to be standing on the point as we speak. They are going to try to come into defend him. The lovely rockets coming out from Dream, though. Absolutely demolishing the team. Absolutely devastating rockets coming out from Dream once again. So, very, very good job for the side of WnC.
Yeah. LFT Overwatch was, they had a disad there. Maybe they could have gone another off to Red Spy instead of Scout.
That's right, so a bit of a shame, you know, actually definitely lovely plays coming out from WnC, picking the medic during the mid-fight and pushing straight to last. Demoman being the first one. Oh my goodness, that is going to be a bit of a problem for the side. Well, not really, they are going to be...
That does a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, Dissolute gonna... There we go, finishing off the Demo Man. Of course, Ghostly is gonna back out all the way together with Kuma. Once again, the midpoint is gonna go into the hands of WnC easily.
Yeah, so Blue there, they took down the red demo early, but no one was tracking Ney, and he managed to get a huge jump, and then like, both rockets and the tons of damage.
Right. So
Once again, Blue medic stays alive, so...
Yep, so very good job coming out from Ghosty, staying alive. It does look like he has been maintaining his staying alive all the way until the last push comes about, you know, bar the previous match where he was taken out during the mid-fight. So both teams, of course, will have their Ubercharge on hand. Look at the team Overwatch there. Demo Man is going to try to spam out some damage up into River to prevent them from pushing in. So both teams
got a sniper again.
Yep, Kuma is going to be running sniper. He does look like he is their main off-classing player for their team. Of course, they are going to be running sniper instead of spy or NG or heck, even heavy or pyro. That is a lovely body shot going down. He has his sights onto the Solly. Solly trying to get the force down onto the medic. Doesn't do so successfully. Lovely headshot coming out from Kuma once again. Doing an absolute good job of defending the point for his team. So very lovely shots. And of course, Ghostly manages to save his Uber, not popping that even though the Solly decides to bomb him. So Scout inside lower lobby gets the shot down onto Paper Taller. Is going to be taken down. Wherever will follow shortly after though. And there is going to be a spy once again. Dissolute gonna get that main pick hopefully.
Oh my god, Combi.
Oh, Dissolute goes for the backstab.
Oh, I think
he's gonna capture the point for his team. There's absolutely nothing they can do. They're all the way in front. So Dissolute doing a very good job once again.
Yeah, Combi going Owen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, his spy's being great. That's really...
So lovely picks once again, and that is going to be 3-1 in favor of WnC. Of course, we are going to be seeing a playstyle of first to a difference of 5, I believe, and that is going to be them taking the map. So this could possibly be well, not really. This could possibly lead up to the final point. So mid-fight is going to be on the way. Of course, Alloy going to be a little bit low. Grabs the medipack to stay alive. Ghosty, of course, is going to bite the dust, though. We are going to see the kill feed flooded with blue player names because it is going to be a full wipe.
Yeah, they lost. Blue lost the scout early there, so there was no one to deny the soldiers once he jumped.
Yep, so that is going to be a big trouble. As you can see, the players for the side of WnC are already going to be pushing all the way into last. And Dream once again straight away onto the medic. That is going to be almost all the players down once again. The only 2 players up are going to be the scout. Lovely rockets coming out from Dream. doesn't really matter when you have all your players down there. It's gonna be that once again. The score extremely fast round though, gonna be taking all the way down to 1:4.
It's not looking good for LFT Overwatch, is it?
That's...
I think the spy plays is tilting both.
So absolutely massive plays coming up from the spy, of course. Paper Toilet going to toss out his stickies to try and deny ground for the side of WnC. Nay being the first one to bite the dust. That is going to be one solly down for the side of WnC though. A lovely arrows coming out, healing the teammates up. Paper Toilet going to move all the way into WnC's choke. The Demo Man biting the dust. But Ghostly is going to go down though. Dream going to be a little bit low, down to 28 health. Going to get finished off. So the only people up are going to be Dissolute. Not Dissolute anymore. Going to be Nay. So that is going to be one
this
player
time
left.
LFT Overwatch, they kind of changed up their mid. They went right.
Ah,
I think
yeah.
that caught red off.
So
But
little
Ghosty
bit of a
did go down.
surprise.
There's Nay in drop down. Oh no, he's gonna come off of him!
Oh, he does get Kuma though. So good effort from Nay trying to defend that midpoint, but a bit of a shame he does not get anything done
Demo
after
landing.
all. So both teams' Ubercharge are going to be relatively equal with a very, very tiny slight advantage into the hands of Alloy. Of course, negligible advantage is going to be caught up with very
Blue is
quickly.
building as well.
Yep, so that is going to be Kuma on Sniper once again. They are going to be defending the midpoint instead of pushing forward. Of course, we are going to see the WnC players defending the next point, hanging around, choke and all that, building their charge up as well. So they are going to have that charge a little bit quicker compared to LFT Overwatch. And their two solis.
Red's also going to be running a sniper.
Yeah, so that is going to be something that they have to look out for. Whatever is going to be our sniper for the side of WnC. There you go, he is going to be watching Big Door, while Kuma is going to be watching somewhere else. He's going to be watching Choke, so that is going to be the snipers watching two separate locations, both yet to get a pick though. Of course, the spam from the side of Liquid Team Overwatch coming out at Choke. And Demoman spamming back as well. We are X going to spam out his stickies onto Kuma. Kuma does eat a little bit of damage, but nothing the medic can't fix. Ooh!
Oh, and Kuma getting
There we
out-sniped
go,
there,
that
but
is going to be one, whoop, Sticky Traps take down Dream, and the Uber is going to be following up behind. Paper Toilet falls down though, so that is going to be something that he's going to have to slow make his way back up. So that is going to be whatever down, solely with the aggressive bomb straight away onto Alloy. Alloy eating lots of damage. Ghosty whips out his Super Soul.
going in for me.
Wow.
Melee.
So that's solely for the side of oh, Ghosty is going to be left alone behind enemy lines. Kuma is going to be way ahead. Well, way
He might get
ahead.
away. Oh, that's a...
Oh, he does somehow. Nope, there we go. Scout is going to try to chase him down. Dissolute, trying to get work done, and there we go. Pistol finishes the job. Ghosty is going to go to heaven with the rest of his team. And Combi and Herblaze very low. Combi, of course, going down once again. Herblaze,
Oh, was that an air shot bugger?
oh, did not catch that. So, WnC, of course, pushing forward to the next point very strongly. Herblaze hanging out inside River, trying to get the jump onto the red players. Lovely shot coming out from Herblaze, though, but the shotgun is going to finish him off, so that is going to be him down. Very sizable
Now,
advantage.
Reds, they've got full map ad, so they can just chill and...
Yep, so very sizable advantage into the hands of WnC. They are going to have that Uber charge up as we speak. Does look like they are going to be pushing in together with Dream. Uber is going to be popped right here, right now. There we go, Dream spots the Demo Man inside Secret. Is going to make his way onto the point. Before that, he's going to try to take down the Demo Man, but he does get finished off. Combi going to jump onto the point, jump onto the medic, but it doesn't matter when you have a scout.
Yeah, the blue team, they had man advantage there, but no one got...
So that is a bit of a shame, and there we go. That is going to be the 5-point difference between both teams, of course, into the favor of WnC. And we are going to bring up these stats now. Of course, as usual, we are going to look at the top damager, who is going to be Dream. Of course, we have seen him pull off some very lovely rockets with a whopping 7,000 damage. A full almost 900 above. We are X, who is going to be the Demo Man, and of course Dissolute hanging there up top together with all the heavy hitters as a scout. So lovely damage.
And his spy
him.
plays were amazing.
Yeah, absolutely lovely backstab, especially that medic pick. Very glad we got that on camera. And of course, let's take a look at the person with the most kills. It's going to be the one and only Dissolute. So very lovely plays coming out from him. And medic stats, of course, Alloy with very efficient healing, just very 1 second average time before healing his injured teammates compared to Ghostly's 3.2 seconds, so very fast reaction time. Average time to build Uber, of course, is going to be equal to both of them, 57 seconds each. That is going to be very average time about there. 9 Ubers being built for the side of the wine and cheese compared to 6 Ubers for Ghostly, and that one drop. Yep, so that was the backstab that went down. So
alright, yeah.
absolutely lovely stab coming out from Dissolute once again. So lovely plays coming up from both teams. Of course, Wine and Cheese has the upper hand this time around.
That was a really confident performance.
Absolutely lovely plays coming out. They should be switching to the next map, which is Koth Products. Yep, so we're just gonna wait for that to happen. In the meantime, quick review.
Back to Gully.
Yeah, we just a little bit of a technical issue for the side of the server. They are going to be switching maps, no problem. But of course, do a quick review for us, Cabbage.
Oh, okay. Well, Red. Let's just check the stats real quick. Sorry. Well, Red won the majority of the mids there.
Yep.
He had 5 mid wins compared to LFT Overwatch's 2 mid wins. Which, well, the mid wins are like pretty cool. Even though the thing is, most of the time that LFT Overwatch lost mid, they managed to keep Ghosty alive. But I think it was their reluctance to go any off-class other than Sniper that lost them those last defenses.
That is true.
Like maybe they could have ran a sentry so that the spy had like something else to deal with other than just getting the medic. Could have gone for the sentry.
That is true, that is true. Of course, all these factors they have to think of on the fly. So if it doesn't cross their mind, of course, it is forgivable, but should not be overlooked, of course. So this is going to be playoffs, and the person who wins this this match is going to be moving on and, of course, staying in the upper bracket and will not be pushed down to the lower bracket. Of course, if you lose a round, if you lose your matchups in the lower bracket, you will be out of the running towards the grand finals. So quite a lot of stake here for both teams. Of course, they do have to put their best foot forward, and it does look like we are going to be able to have this server up and ready very soon.
But you know, sometimes like there's just nothing you can do against Spy.
Very true, very true. Right, so for those of you who are just joining us, welcome to the AFC AsiaFortress Cup, that is Season 10. We are going to be in the Division 2 bracket for the playoffs, the matchup between looking for Team Overwatch going up against Wine and Cheese. They are going to be swapping out their team colors for now. Wine and Cheese is going to be blue, while looking for Team Overwatch are going to be on your red team right here. Once again, let's go through the roster really quickly. Dream and Nay are going to be our solis for the side of Wine and Cheese. Dissolute and whatever are going to be our 2 running mans. Alloy, of course, the emoticon medic is going to be our medic, well, of course, and We Are X, that is going to be our demo man for the side of Look for Team Overwatch. Take it away, Cabbage.
Well, after Overwatch, on Scout, we have Red, Spy, and Kuma. Likes to go Sniper on this map. For soldiers, they have Herblaze and Combi. Demo man, Kaze, aka Toilet. And the medic is Ghosty.
That is right, so that is going to be the roster for both teams. Looking for Team Overwatch and Wine and Cheese. So right now we are just going to be waiting for the match to start proper. Once they're all ready up, of course, the match will start. So in the meantime, just have fun watching them kill each other.
Actually, do you want to discuss about, you know, who best player last match?
Oh, best player last match, definitely Dissolute.
Yeah, it might be a tie between this.
Yeah, between Dream and Dissolute. I mean, Dream had some really massive rockets coming out
like
from
multi-kills.
Oh yeah, absolutely lovely rockets. Especially when he hopped on to the last point, taking out multiple people and capturing for his team. That was absolutely lovely. But of course, the huge advantage gained from the stab that came out from Dissolute. Absolutely lovely. Oh yeah, definitely that backup as well. So very lovely plays coming out from those 2 players. Of course, looking for Team Overwatch, Ghosty, very good job for him keeping himself alive after the mid-fight. But of course, he did go down one time during the mid-fight. Of course, there is nothing much that you can do about that when people appear out of nowhere. It does look like we are going to be starting very, very shortly. And we are live. Right, so we are going to follow WeAreX for his rollout this time around. And Demoman to mid. So currently, as of now, no off-classing. Yeah, Nay being the very first one to die. Currently no off-classing in terms of snipers as of yet, though.
And Red's getting a lot of space there.
That's right, so lots of damage coming out from LFT Team Overwatch. They are going to be taking down 2 players, Nay and Dissolute, with Nay spawning in as we speak. Both teams' Uber is going to go into the hands of Ghosty very, very quickly, so there is going to be a chance to get it. There we go. He is going to be using the Crit Creek, so that is going to be something they have to play around. Crit Creek is going to be popped right here, right away. Lovely rockets getting tossed about for the side of LFT Team Overwatch.
They do get Demoman.
They do take down
main goal there was to
in the
kill
end,
the...
Yeah, so that is going to be the Crit Creek over. Herblaze is going to go down, Paper Toilet goes down as well, so that is going to be, but the midpoint currently still in their hands. The Uber charge is going to be ready, so they are going to push in for sure. There we go, Uber is going to be popped for the side of WnC, pushing forward all the way together with the
Ghosty
scout.
is staying alive here, that's going to be brilliant.
That's so Ghosty with that lovely 44% charge on hand, together with that Devilman is definitely going to be able to rain down some hell. The Solly with the aggressive bomb trying to get the pick down onto the medic. Combi gets denied and taken down in the end, so Alloy doing a very good job of keeping his teammates alive, tossing out arrows to keep all his players up and healthy.
Herblaze standing still there and taken down.
So that is going to be the midpoint currently still in the hands of WnC. Their timer is going to be counting down 2 minutes and 32 seconds with look at the Team Overwatch at 2 minutes and 17. So of course they're looking... Oh! Did not catch that, but the medic goes down. Both medics going down, so holy crap. A lot of frags being tossed about and just a huge mess, but it looks like WnC are going to be somehow surviving. Well, I say that while...
That's 5 versus Dissolute here.
They are going to be losing quite a few players. Dissolute does somehow survive.
Something really weird happened just now. Ghosty was pushing up into mid, and his soldier combi was fighting a scout behind him, but the scout turned around to kill Ghosty, and Ghosty had no idea, even though his soldier should have pulled it out. That was a miscommunication.
So very, very interesting plays coming out for Koth products. So the point is going to go back into the hands of LFT Team Overwatch. They are going to be running Crit Creek still, with both teams running Crit Creek this time around. Ghosty is going to have his charge up very, very soon. There we go. He is going to have it ready.
Go down right now.
Oh!
Hits the direct on Ghosty.
That is going to be his charge gone all the way. Alloy going to have his up at the ready right now. They can pop it anytime to absolutely destroy the LFT Team Overwatch players, but it doesn't really matter.
They don't need to. They can use it to defend themselves.
So that is going to be the point, going into the hands of LFT Overwatch once again. The arrow!
No!
Wow, coming out from Alloy, taking down Paper Toilet all the way far behind. So that is going to be their point now. Timer is going to be counting down 1 minute and 50 seconds. Counting down once again.
We'll also have the Crit Creek.
So Ghostly is going to be building his charge up all the way at spawn together with the scout with his Boston Basher, while the rest of the team players throw their bodies on the point. Of course, this is going to be a Koth map, so the players on the offense will have a very, very short respawn time compared to the WnC players. So lovely shots. There we go. That is going to be the Crit Creek gone once again, but they do pop it to get some damage down. Not much damage though. They do take down a couple of LFT Team Overwatch players, but Ghosty does have his charge up and ready to go. Not anymore! Wow, so Dream doing a very good job once again. Bit of a shame we didn't catch that either, but Ghosty does get taken down in the end. So that is going to be Alloy a little bit low, down to a 58 with the regen, slowly bringing him back up to the healthy range. Kuma all the way in the front line is trying to pistol down people, goes back to the health pack to get his health back up into the healthy range. Little Solly right behind him though. So they are going to push forward.
Like Blue are just going to give the point.
Yeah, so it does look like Ghosty did pop his charge earlier on. Dream tries to get the bomb onto Ghosty once again, but this time they do a good job of defending him. Kuma eating a little bit of spam coming up from the scout up top at the cliffside. 1 minute and 20 seconds counting down. 42 seconds for the side of WnC. The medic is currently standing at 90%. The scout does go down to a scatter shot, so he's going to back out and rotate all the way around together with his soldier. Dream, of course, once again with his huge rockets, going to make his way forward. Spots the Demo Man, eats a couple of stickies though. Kritzkrieg is going to be popped straight away. Tries to toss out rockets onto the Demo Man. Demo Man is going to go down eventually. And there we go. Crit stickies are going to be tossed about. Aggressive bomb down onto the medic once again. Crits is going to be popped for the side of LFT Overwatch. But both medics are going to be taken down.
I honestly feel like neither team are really switching sides.
So it's pretty messy so far. The fights have been relatively messy, of course. Might be due to the Kritzkrieg plays coming in. They are going to be a little bit more aggressive and sometimes have to be a little bit more passive, because when you're crits, you're not shiny. The only thing that's going to be shiny is going to be your weapon, and no point to have.
And Ghost might go down here to Nay. He goes down to Nay.
There is going to be.
Red has lost a medic again.
Yeah, so that is going to be a bit of trouble right there for the side of Look at Team Overwatch. The point.
And they've only got 15 seconds.
Yep. Aggressive solid bomb coming in, but not going to be able to get much done. Look for Team Overwatch are going to be losing loads of players though, with Red Spy inching his way forward. Might not be able to make it in time. Gets a little bit caught up on the wall right there. And there we go, the first round.
That was good play from him. Once he killed Ghost, there was no chance for Red to push in time. Had to throw.
Yep, so very good job coming out from WnC. So we are still going to be seeing a Kritzkrieg play coming up from Ghosty with Aloy running that Uber charge. Both getting built up as quickly as possible. They want to get that damage down. So
and Red has lost a demo.
Yep, so that is going to be damage dealer down. Solly goes down. Scout goes down as well. So Dream spawning in right now as we speak. Dissolute coming in 5 seconds. Nay biting the dust shortly after. Ghosty getting a little bit low, down on 30 health. He's going to try to run away to save himself. Whatever is going to go down as well during the mid fight. Paper Toilet slowly making his way to the front line once again. Yep, so Kritzkrieg, but it doesn't matter.
Dies to a roller.
Poor Ghosty pops the crits to do something, but dies to a roller.
I really thought the Kritzkrieg was going to pay off there because they got it early for the fight.
Yeah, so Herblaze tries to go in to get the medic, but gets denied by WRX in the end. So midpoint currently going back into the hands of WnC. Their timer is going to start counting down.
And Blue's also got the defensive. Are they running Kritzkrieg?
So Alloy currently still on that lovely Uber charge. As for looking for Team Overwatch, they are still maintaining that Kritzkrieg run. They have been running Kritzkrieg since the start of the game. Yeah, Uber is going to be popped for the side of the WnC player. They are going to push in all the way to their spawn. Look at the Team Overwatch. They are going to be caught up inside their spawn. The Scout trying to finish off. The Demo Man does so successfully. So Kritzkrieg currently at 63%. Herblaze trying to defend his medic. Dream going down. Whatever going down. Alloy does make it out alive though. He's going to be running all the way far back together with his Scout, trying to get that charge built up.
But Ghosty has to add here.
Not anymore. That is going to be Ghosty down with Nay bombing him once again. So that is going to be multiple times that Ghosty has been absolutely destroyed. For the
yeah, he's getting dominated by Nay right now.
That is very, very depressing.
But if medic goes down
right,
for
so
WnC.
Alloy going down as well. That is going to be both medics down with Ghosty coming in as we speak. So that is going to be a slight Uber advantage into the hands of, well, a sizable Uber advantage, seeing as to how he is going to be using the Kritzkrieg once again. Alloy still maintaining that Uber charge. So Nay is going to go down. Dream is going to be spawning up in the next 3 seconds. Red Spy trying to take down whatever. But whatever just jumping around. Just Red Spy trying to get him down.
Oh, he killed both of them! He killed them
The Boston Basher though finishes him off. But Red Spy does get taken out as well. So that is going to be both scouts
great
trading.
Whatever. He took down Kuma, the Demo Man, and Spy.
Yeah, so whatever doing a very good job for his team as well, of course. Midpoint still in the hands of WnC. 1 minute and 45 seconds.
And Herblaze is a huge shot there on the Nate to defend his medic.
Lovely shots coming out from Herblaze. Both teams, there we go. Kritzkrieg going to be popped onto Ghosty. Paper Toilet coming in with that crit stick. He's taking down so many people. The medic, of course, goes down as well. That is going to be... Wow. Almost a full wipe with Dissolute backing off with 99 health going all the way back into spawn.
Like to see.
Absolutely lovely plays, Crit Stickies. That is what the Kritzkrieg is for. And their timer is going to start counting down right now. So that is going to be a lovely play coming out from LFT Overwatch. Of course, we are going to see Alloy running Kritzkrieg this time around. Kuma, Ghosty, and Paper Toilet combi going down as well. All going to heaven hand in hand on the midpoint right here.
Yeah, the problem there was just now, Desolate was behind him the entire time. He couldn't deal with it. So once the rest of Desolate's team pushed in, he could just flank around and shoot them.
Yep, so that caused a bit of a trouble for the side of LFT Overwatch.
They really should have dealt with him. I think they were expecting like other people to deal with him.
So we are going to be seeing WnC with that forward hold once again. Going to try to prevent anyone from coming out at all. Dissolute, of course, hanging out around the right side entrance. Taking out the stickies that are going to be tossed out by the demo man. So lovely shots coming up from Dissolute onto the floor. We are ranked. He's going to back out to the midpoint once again. Does look like they're looking for Team Overwatch. Do manage to gain a little bit of ground. Ritzby is going to be the first one to bite dust. And we do see the scout trying to push Herblaze all the way back in. Herblaze down to 24 health though. Is going to
Ghosty goes down again. To Nay. Oh no.
So Nay once again. Nay. Poor little Nay. Just
all over Ghosty.
Wow. So taking down almost all the players for that LFT Overwatch. Of course, midpoint is still going to be in their hands. Alloy getting taken down though. That is going to be no Kritzkrieg for the side of WnC. Dream tries to whisk out the escape plan to finish off the demo man, but We Are X does.
And name looks like
We Are X spots the medic though. Goes straight to Ghosty, taking him down. So that is going to be the medic down for a look for Team Overwatch, and they are going to try to capture the point though. But Kuma, why are you fighting the scout? Capture the point for your team. Doesn't matter, there is going to be a full wipe once again with Ghosty spawning in. Not going to be able to do anything at all though. Point is going to be slowly reverting back to blue. I don't think LFT Overwatch can make it there in time, and there we go. Round 2 goes to WnC once again.
Oh, Nay's just all over Ghosty right now.
That's right, I'm going to pay attention to Nay more often right now. Those very aggressive bombs down onto Ghosty straight away. Both teams, of course, are going to be running Kritzkrieg. Ubers are going to be relatively equal.
He goes.
Oh, there we go. Nay gets denied straight away. They do know that Nay is a huge threat for the side of the WnC players. Aloy eats a little bit of damage, but he's all fine and dandy. He's going to back up to heal his scouts and rotate around to heal the demo man. Midpoint, of course, is going to go into the hands of LFT Overwatch once again. It does look like the WnC players tend to hang back during the initial engagement, and then they push all the way back in straight away, as you can see. Yeah, so Nay tried to do an aggressive bomb once again. He does fail, but wow. Okay, that is going to be big. And there we go, WnC, they captured the point. They do have their Kritzkrieg on hand. So looking for Team Overwatch, the aggressive bomb from Herblaze. Not enough though.
Took down the medic health.
There we go, Kritzkrieg is going to be popped onto the scout. Flashed onto the soldier. They are going to push in all the way straight away into their respawn room. Dream is going to be finished off though. The Kritzkrieg popped a little bit too early, even before they made their way through that little choke right there. So the Kritzkrieg
still got 2 kills.
Yeah, they do get 2 kills, but Dream did get finished off inside.
And Redspy gets the chip shot on the equalizer. Escape plan. Escape.
Oh, Redspy is going to get finished off by some stickies tossed about from We Are X though. We Are going to be a little bit low, getting finished off by that rocket being tossed about. Alloy being a little bit low as well, tossing out arrows to keep his teammates healthy. He is going to wait for the health pack to respawn before pushing forward. Well, nope. It's an independent medic putting on his big boy pants, just keeping those regen coming in. Lovely arrow though, mid-air, solly there. Whoa, Dream.
Oh, the Twitch popped and kills Dream.
So Ghosty goes down once again, of course, thanks to Nay. And there we go, We Are actually going to come in with that Kritzkrieg, trying to get the air pipe down onto the Solly with aggressive bomb, trying to take out the medic, but he is going to be finished off.
Himself.
Yeah, a little bit of a suicide right there. Alloy at 12 health, going to back up to get that health back. So midpoint is going to be recaptured by WnC, 2 minutes and 9 seconds, counting down.
Yeah, Alloy is doing a really good job staying alive. Pop back in.
Right as you say that, yeah, right as you say that, Kobe comes in and tries to prove you wrong. So and that is going to be Alloy going down. Combi of course follows Alloy to heaven straight away. We are X trying to take out as many people as possible. Spots all the scout and the medic. Ghosty going down. Yep, Ghosty goes down to whatever. Dissolute finishes off Red Spy. So that is going to be the medic down with Alloy spawning and making his way to the front line. Still running that Kritzkrieg. Going to reunite with his demo man. The scout coming in trying to take down We Are X though. Lovely air pipe coming out, but doesn't finish off that solid combi right there. Nay coming in trying to get the pick down onto the scout. Spots Herblaze on the left side. Tries to finish off at the staircase. So once again,
Red Spy is behind. He didn't see the medic. He goes for demo instead.
Oh, Nay tries to get work done, but gets finished off in the end.
Red Spy's not a medic. He kills the medic.
Oh, very good pick coming in from Red Spy. I was on the perspective of Dream. Dream tried to finish him off, but kind of whiff all his rockets. I say whiff, and then there you go, gets an air shot. And then Kuma dies to the laws of gravity right there. So they are going to be spawning in right now. Paper Toilet trying to do some spawn camping, tossing out stickies over the doorway. Try to get some sneaky traps set up. So midpoint in the hands of Liquid Team Overwatch. 1 minute and 19 seconds counting down. They are going to be currently leading by a little bit. Oh my, that is going to be Ghosty down though.
Yeah. They had no scouts with them. The projectile classes couldn't protect those people.
So that's a very big shame. We heard Ghosty die and we heard that drop as well. That very, very depressing sound of electricity fading away. So that is going to be lots of players down for the side of Liquid Team Overwatch. WnC do capture the point to start their timer counting down once again. 1 minute and 23 seconds with Liquid Team Overwatch at 55.
And Blue has full ad right now.
Yep, so they do have that Kritzkrieg on hand. They do look like they are going to pop it on Nay, so Nay is going to make his way forward.
Just kill all those people in that hallway.
Nay backs out there. He's going to be rotating around. Kuma is going to be going down. They do spot everyone else on the right side instead of the left. They did come up from a different place. Nay is going to have that Kritzkrieg. Going to pop it onto the Solly. Gets a lovely wall rocket off. Medic going to be all alone once again. Ghosty gets finished off. Poor little Ghosty. There is going to be a scout on the midpoint though. It's going to be Red Spy capturing for his team. The timer is going to be counting down, but doesn't matter when they have their own players back onto the point right here. So good try coming up from Red Spy capturing for his team. Just delaying the timer for the side of Liquid Team Overwatch for a little moment. Whatever, doing a very good job denying anyone from coming onto the point.
Dream has a huge air shot on her place there.
So,
And then
lovely shots coming up from Dream once again. Dream gonna be very low.
juggled by Red.
Here we go, Red Spy. Lovely shots coming out. Takes down Dream midair. Kuma does spot the demo man on the point, trying to push forward to take him down. That is gonna be Dream.
And
whatever down.
Takes him down to 10 health.
That is going to be Ghosty very low once again in a very, very dangerous place. We do hear that fake Uber being called out though by Ghosty saying he's fully charged, but of course we do know better. That is just psychological games going on. So Alloy is going to have his charge up very, very shortly, currently at 99%. The Solly with the aggressive bomb though, 55 health down onto the medic. Herblaze gets taken down. The scout comes in, tries to finish the job, but gets denied instead. So that is going to be 2 players down. They do have a very, very sizable advantage. Does look like they are going to be able to pop the Kritzkrieg down onto anyone. There we go. Both teams do pop that Uber. Kritzkrieg for both Demomans. And lots of damage popped out.
Crit fight.
Oh, absolutely massive damage coming out though. So Ghosty is going to be the medic to go down instead of the side of WnC. That is going to be the timer being pushed into overtime and 9 seconds counting down for WnC. If they want to do anything, they want to do anything, they have to do it now. Red Spy coming in, finish the job, take down the scout, but he's going to have to go up with the entirety of WnC. And that is going to be that, a 3-0 in favor of WnC.
There, the 7 kills.
So very, very scary plays coming from WnC instead. Indeed, of course, very good plays coming from Liquid Team Overwatch as well. That round has been very interesting and very exciting.
And Nate going in all around Ghosty, he takes down Ghosty.
Once again, Ghosty biting the dust. Of course, Alloy is going to be running that Kritzkrieg once again. It looks to be a medic favorite for Koth maps, but WnC are going to be losing their heavy hitters Dream as well as the demo man, so that is going to be a little bit of direct rocket coming in straight onto Alloy. There we go, combi with the aggressive bomb takes him out.
Alloy jumped into the rocket.
Yep, he met the rocket halfway, and that is going to be the advantage into the hands of Ghosty. What is he going to be running? He's still going to be on that crit streak. They are going to be hanging out in the right side, making their way through that choke right there.
Maybe he ran the Uber.
That is going to be a Uber advantage into the hands of Look for Team Overwatch, even though it is going to be a crit streak once again. Alloy, of course, going to be running crit streak as well, so there we go. Midpoint goes in the hands of LFT Overwatch. 2 minutes and 55 seconds compared to 2 minutes and 40 for the side of WnC. Herblade is going to be watching the right side with the aggressive bomb coming in from the Solly, tries to take him down.
I gets caught there, but he trades Desolate.
That is going to be calmly taking out Nay. So crit streak is going to be popped right here for the side of Look for Team Overwatch. Herblade is going to get that crit streak for himself. Going to try to take down the players. There
that
we
was
go.
a good crit.
So they took down the medic as well, so that is going to be very, very lovely. It's going to allow them to hold the forward a little bit longer, but
Ghosty doing?
There we go. Ghosty goes down.
He
Ghosty,
walked back. He walked back.
Ghosty going to heaven
Like,
once again.
He was gonna make it away, but then he decided to turn around.
So Ghosty having a little bit too much faith in his team to defend him. Sometimes you got to learn when to back out. Midpoint is going to go into the hands of WnC. 2 minutes and 32 seconds counting down. They are going to lose 3 players with whatever dissolute coming in right now as we speak. Dream and WRX are going to be holding up front, tossing out sticky traps to deter people from pushing in. So medic for the side, Alloy is going to have that lovely 78-79% charge on hand, counting up of course, Ghosty at 59. So Kuma going to slowly inch his way forward onto the point. The Solly with the bomb tries to take down the scout, but gets denied. And there we go, they do get the point. But here we go, crit streak is going to be popped straight away. Ghosty!
Ghosty!
Ghosty, my dear friend, eats a crit sticky straight to the face. Lots of damage coming out for the side of WnC.
That was a great crit streak there from
very devastating crit streak coming up from WnC. Paper Toilet trying to do anything at
Ghosty
all.
got absolutely sniped by your access stick there.
So midpoint goes back into the hands of WnC. So they have been changing hands very, very often this round. We are of course pushing forward to set up some sneaky sticky traps to hopefully take down Ghosty once again. Uber charge of course is going to be in the hands of Alloy very, very shortly. 62% counting up very quickly. Ghosty of course trying to get his charge build up as soon as possible. Paper Toilet eating loads of damage at the left side. Choke right there is going to be healed up by his medic, no issue.
Probably a zombie direct hit now, but
he's going to be running all the way back with that 11 health. So Alloy of course still has that crit streak on hand. Ghosty coming out very, very shortly. It does look like they intend to push out anytime at all. So there we go. It does look like they could possibly
jumping onto the point.
Oh, there's Ghosty gone once again!
Oh no, sniped again!
Yeah, so that is going to be the crit streak popped, and they do wipe out loads of people for the side looking for Overwatch. When I say loads, I mean the entire team. That is going to be a full wipe, and the midpoint still in the hands of WnC.
Yeah, WnC are just using their crits so well. They take down the medic first every time. The enemy medic first every time.
Ooh.
And he... Oh.
Yeah, that is
the combo for WnC's going down there, but everyone from LFT Overwatch are dying as well.
Yeah, so even though you take down the medic and the combo, it doesn't really matter when your entire team dies shortly after, so not a very worthwhile trade after all. Currently, we do have Kuma on the sniper. I believe it is the first time we are going to be seeing an off-class this time. 23 seconds left on the clock, so Kuma has to do something very quickly.
Red Spy deleted by the direct hit from today.
Lovely shots coming out. Kuma tries to get the headshot down onto the medic, but oh my goodness.
Dude, we are access stick. Oh no.
So Nay, of course, with that direct hit going to absolute work. LFT Overwatch just getting absolutely demolished, and lovely direct hits coming out from Nay though, wiping out Herblade mid-air, followed by Red Spy shortly after. And that is going to be map 2, 4-0 in favor of WnC. And it has been dominated by WnC this round.
And Ghosty having twice the amount of deaths compared to Alloy.
Very, very sad right there. Top damager, of course, is going to be Nay with a whopping 9,400 damage, followed shortly after by WRX at 9,000. So definitely the top 2 damages coming out. Herblaze, of course, falling very, very closely behind 8.8 thousand. So that is going to be our top 3 damages. Of course, surprisingly, Red Spy is the one to get the most kills at 39, followed by Dissolute at 38. So very impressive plays coming up from Red Spy. A bit of a shame that the that their team, Ghosty, of course, constantly getting picked by Nay, who is our 3rd place top fragger at 37.
Yeah, what I noticed was LFT Overwatch, they like to get Ghosty out from cliff, and it's a very tight space. So whenever Nay jumped in, he couldn't surf away. So he just kind of got like juggled in the corner.
So it's just nowhere to run. So poor little Ghosty.
Yeah, at the end there, I think he died a lot less when they tried going out right side instead, so that there was more space for him to like run around.
Yep. So a little bit of strategy changed, sort of prolonged Ghosty's lives. And let's look at the medic stats. Alloy with 2 medigun charges and 9 crit-screes, and Ghosty running crit-scree from the get-go. 11 charges built on crit-scree, but very, very sad 3 drops right there. However, the more efficient healing coming from Ghosty, though, 3.2 seconds before healing compared to Alloy's 3.8. Very, very fast rebuild time, 46 seconds. Of course, Alloy did run medigun, so that is getting calculated into the stats as well. 52 seconds, understandable right there. The heal order slightly different between the teams. Nay getting the least heals compared to the look at the team Overwatch.
He got the least heals at the top damage.
Yeah, so that's very impressive, coming up from Nay. And that has been tonight's match. That has been the playoffs between look at the team Overwatch going up against Wine and Cheese.
Hey, congratulations to WnC there.
That's right, congratulations to Wine and Cheese, of course. Definitely shout-outs to Look at the Team Overwatch. Very good plays coming from you guys as well. This means they will be pushed down into the lower bracket, though. It is not the end of the world. They will still have an opportunity to fight their way forward. But of course, being pushed down into the lower bracket during the playoffs means you have to fight all the way through 3 more matches, or 2 more matches, I believe, before you get a chance to be up in the grand finals once again. So, LFT Overwatch, gotta stay strong, my friends. Cabbage, anything to add on?
Yeah, I think something WnC did very well was whenever they had a mid fight, they knew when to back out and pop back in.
Oh yeah.
While LFT Overwatch, I think there was a lot of miscommunication, as in, sometimes they weren't sure whether to back out, and then they lose 2 or 3 people, and then they couldn't pop back in with 6 people alive, which WnC did better with. Because like whenever WnC backed out, they would like keep most of their players alive so that they could come back in immediately afterwards, which LFT couldn't do because they dropped 2 or 3 people every time they tried to back out.
That is right. So, of course, there was that moment where there was someone behind them. They did not finish that guy off, and they got sandwiched.
Yep.
So that was a pretty big shame for the side of LFT Overwatch. That caused them to lose quite a lot of people right there. So once again, congratulations to Wine and Cheese for taking tonight's playoff match. They are going to maintain their standings inside the upper bracket. Look at the team Overwatch. No, not to worry though. You guys will just go down into the lower bracket. They will go up against the other team that gets pushed down below. I don't have the matchups on hand at the moment. Just give me a moment.
I believe it's SYJ against Fruit Salad.
There you go. So it's going to be SYJ going up against Fruit Salad. The team that takes that map will go up against Wine and Cheese, whereas the other team that gets pushed down will go up against look at the team Overwatch. And the team that loses in the lower bracket, that is going to spell the end for them inside the AFC 10. But of course, very good job for making it all the way this far. There has been, of course, quite a few teams who did not even make it into the playoffs. So very good job to all the teams that are here right now. Of course, shout out to both teams that have played tonight. And of course, shout out to CabbageofLove, my dear co-caster right here with me today.
Yay!
Right, so that is going to be the Div 2 match for now. We are going to have another cast later on, I believe. Cabbage, of course, would you like to stay on?
Yeah, dude, I'm good friends with BRG and TMG.
Absolutely
so really
lovely. Yes, so the match later on is very, very looked forward to. It is going to be another matchup between BRG and TMG. Holy
So exciting.
crap.
Badlands map on the first week.
Oh
So,
snap, man! So I'm looking forward to that matchup wholeheartedly. This is going to be the very first time that they are going to be matched up against each other once again since week 1. They have had
Ages
roster
ago.
shuffles. Oh yeah, ages ago, all the way in July, I believe, end of July. So this is going to be very interesting. They have scheduled for their match to be at 10:30. That is going to be in about a little under half an hour, little under 20 minutes actually. We will take the stream offline for a little bit, do some little production changes, and then we will come back up shortly. So in the meantime, I guess we'll see you guys later.
bye, guys.
Cheers.
I mean, see ya, guys. Wow, that was really good.